Hello guys, I'm back once again, and this time I'm going to talk about a tennis. In one of my previous videos, I said I don't really like tennis now because it is boring, monotonous, same style of play. Lot of things I said. Yeah, I said those things because that is what I hear in media when I go to library, read in the newspaper or watch on TV. It is like they say, playing surface is now slow, balls are slow, Reiki technology is change, and everybody play baseline. So I'm sure those things are true, but I'm not really expert. I'm just a fan, and what people say casual fan. So I don't really know about those things. The reason I don't like tennis so much anymore is because all my favorite players that I grew up watching, admiring, trying to copy, all of those are retired. By 2006, everyone was gone, especially Peter Sampras. He did not play after 2002 US Open. So after that, the new players, I did not really like them. And I lost interest, so I don't even watch tennis anymore. But what this video is just my thoughts about tennis, and I don't want to talk about any particular player because or anything in particular. Just randomly, I'm making this video. So when I was watching in the late 80s and early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, although during that time there were many great players and there was a more even competition. It is felt like, and the surfaces must have been really different to play on because we had like experts, like there were specialist player on clay court, there were specialist player on grass court, and there were hard court and indoor court where carpet surface they were playing on, fast surface. So each type of surface had a different kind of player who would do well in those tournaments. And it was in the mid 90s, it was a trend for a Spanish baseline player, clay court player, to skip Wimbledon altogether. It led to a lot of changes in the way ATP scoring works, and a lot of changes happened during that time. They played Wimbledon final in 1994 between Sampras and Goran Ivanisevic, and in my opinion it was a very high quality match, lot of big serving and short points, and it was really a matter of inches. It was a very precise game, like for either player losing serve even once in a set would have meant loss of that set. I was trying to think of some more impactful word, but I can't think of any impactful word right now. So it was you had to be very good on your service game, and very focused. And that in that match they played 3 sets, 2 set tiebreaker and third set was 6 love, and that match lasted less than 2 hours, and the ball was in play for less than 10 minutes, and people were very upset. They said, what kind of tennis is this? They did not realize how much practice it would have taken for those guys to serve at that high level. So after that they were very disappointed. They were thinking of many rule changes and changes to ball to make balls slower, they say, and then to make a grass court slower, and also they were thinking of things like banning a second serve, so you only get one serve, one chance, one serve, no second serve. Those kinds of things they still talk about. But it was very good tennis. But then that led to some certain changes which has led to this era now. So and people say, they make arguments for different people who is the greatest of all time, and it is harder to compare between generations, because tennis is in the 90s is different from 2000s, and even before, if you go back, tennis in 70s or 60s, 40s, it was altogether different game. So yes, evolution happens. The game changes, there is slight smaller rule changes, they change the game totally. So it is hard to judge. But like I said, I will not talk about any particular player, but let me talk about certain players, because this is what I think. So in my opinion, the Sampras is the greatest player ever to play. His style of tennis, maybe people found boring, but when you look at his tennis, it was like effortless. He made tennis look so simple, like there was no effort in a sense, and it was also simple that it was borderline boring. So in my opinion, he is the greatest player. But I also want to say that the greatest tennis achievement I've seen is by his number one rival, and that rival's name is Andre Agassi. Agassi even every Grand Slam, Wimbledon, French Open, US Open, Australian Open, even all those Grand Slams in the 90s. And he won when the surfaces were different. You had a specialist, so he had to navigate his way through the best servers or grass court players, the best baseliners, counter punchers in clay court, and also hard court. And he was very good at hard court, but he still had to play very good players like Pete Sampras and Michael Stich and Boris Becker. Those kind of players were very, very good. So Agassi winning all four Grand Slam, that is in my opinion the greatest feat achieved by a human being in tennis court. And I also just want to say that if you compare eras, like I'm sorry if Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, these guys were somehow they time traveled and they went to 90s or 80s, and then I'm sorry they will not win so many tournaments, especially Nadal. He will not win so many Grand Slam. Federer and Djokovic would still be able to adjust, and their game is more versatile in terms of different surfaces. But Nadal is a little bit different. He's more clay courter, and I think Federer is the best defensive player I have seen. His only kryptonite, you can say, or weakness was against Nadal on clay court. Otherwise, in my opinion, and this is a casual fan opinion, I think Roger Federer is the greatest defensive player and the greatest clay courter I have ever seen. If there was no Nadal, then Federer would probably have 10 French Open championship also. Okay, and now I've discredited the current generation. Now let me discredit the previous generation and my favorite players, Pete Sampras, for example, and Boris Becker. Now, if they were somehow they time traveled into future and were playing in the 2000s or 2010, after 2005, 2008, 10, or 11, 12, then I don't think they would be able to keep up with the new guys, because everything tennis rallies are so long. And if you are familiar with Pete Sampras' career, then it is a miracle that he did not die. I mean, he actually died by me. I mean, brain activity stop, heart stop, breathing stop in tennis court, because he was such a so unfit player in my opinion. Like he had so many cases of cramping and vomiting. And just being tired, having blister on feet or hand, shoulder problem. He was very unfit. Like he really could have died many times on tennis court. But I don't know. He kept breathing, so he survived. But what I'm trying to say is someone like a Sampras or a Baker or even Isivic, even Agassi was more endurance type guy, but the other guy Chang was also endurance. Courier was fine, but these other guys they were used to shorter matches, shorter rallies, and they would have very hard time playing with these guys now, because every really has so many sorts, like 20, 30, 40 sorts is normal. So I don't know, Sampras would retire after half a set, I think. And one player I did not mention, a couple of players, let me mention great players from past that I had some good time watching. Lindell was my favorite player, and Baker was there, but I didn't like Baker when he was playing. I did not like Edberg, and also when he was playing John McEnroe, I did not get to see a lot of his matches, but I think he was genius player. And Pete Sampras for sure, Agassi, Chang, Jim Courier, Michael Stich, and Krejcik. These guys were Marco Rossi. I heard Marco Rossi, Gifford J. From the 90s, these guys were very, very good, very dangerous player, all of them. Marcelo Rios was so talented, genius level. I don't know what he did with all that talent. And then later on, in the later generation, you had players like Tomiyasu, very talented, Nalbandian, very talented, Safin, a good player, Federer, Nadal and Djokovic for sure, very good player. So these are all the players. I just named the players, but the great players. But yeah, just this video I made. I don't know what the point of this video is, but I hope you watch this from beginning to end and like it, and then you watch it again, so I get more views. Okay, so guys, this video is now too long, so I will end it here. Okay, guys. So have a good day, and I will make another video. I'll make some better video. Okay, all right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.